Hey friends, nice to see you. Just got some great news to start off this video to celebrate that we have just hit 500 subscribers. So for those of you who have subscribed, thank you so much. I hope you enjoy the stuff that we put out. We definitely enjoy making it. And if you haven't subscribed, please feel free to do so. It does give us a bit of a boost, give us a bit of a bump, and makes us feel good about ourselves. Anyway, this video is going to be all about my New Zealand card collection, and I've been thinking about this for a while, and I thought, you know what, I've got other cards coming in that are Kiwi cards, but let me just show you what I got right now. Anyway, we're going to start off with a football card. This is Winston Reid's card, and I picked this up a couple of years ago. I kind of like the checkerboard background, and obviously he's in the all-whites uniform. Very fun first card to kick things off. All right, let's get into UFC. Now I've got a whole bunch of new UFC cards on the way. They'll be here in December, and so maybe I'll have to do an update video with just some of the new pickups that I have. But let me show you some cards that I've had in my pocket for a while now, and they're all Israel Adesanya cards. So obviously this is a Topps card, which came out before Panini got the licensing and then lost it. But here's some Panini Izzy cards, which, you know, you never know. One day I might be able to get him to sign them in person. That would be fantastic. So these are some nice base Izzy cards. There are a couple of blacks here. I think that one was Illusions, the last one. Another one, I think that one's from Chronicles, I want to say. Yeah, Chronicles. Nice Crusade card, which I always find the name funny. John and I have talked about Crusades in the past, you know. Very interesting name, as we know with the Crusaders. I do like these Crown Royale cards. I love the tops on them, and that's a cool picture of him, obviously with his hand up winning a fight. And there you go. The classic Prism. This is the first year of Prism cards, and of course before every fight he would get down into this pose, so that's a really fun card to have too. And we've got a couple of numbered cards. This XR card is numbered to 199, and this one is numbered to 99, and this is a recon. Two more Izzy cards to show you. One I picked up actually back home in New Zealand. This is an Octagon Royalty, and you can see it's a patch card, and this is actually a Fighter One material card. And easily the best Izzy card in my collection is this Topps card from many years ago. Striking Signatures from 2020, and that's numbered to 517. So that is a nice, authentic Israel Adesanya autograph card. All right, moving on. We're going to move on to golf. I do have more golf cards coming, but I might as well show you the handful of New Zealand golfers whose cards I have at the moment. Here's a nice, I think this was like an Upper Deck version of Topps Now card of Ryan Fox. And it says that he obviously won this event. So this was back in Surrey when he was on the European tour. We've got a nice autograph card of New Zealand golfing legend Frank Nobilo, who, if you are a golf fan, know that Frank is basically the voice of golf now, and he's on all of the commentary teams in the PGA. So a cool Frank Nobilo golf card, and at his best I want to say that he was a top 20 golf player in the world. This is a great golf card of mine that I like. It's a Ryan Fox graded PSA 10 card, and I graded that one myself. But I loved it because of the New Zealand flag in the background, of course. Two more golf cards to show you. One, a nice base Upper Deck SP Michael Campbell. If I ever end up meeting the guy, I will definitely ask him to sign. But I do already have a Michael Campbell signature card, and it's this really cool inked driver's card. So look at how thick this thing is. And they sign this card on the driver, which looks really cool. Okay, let's move on to our cricket cards. Just two to show, but they're both pretty cool. The first is an in-person autograph, authenticated Sir Richard Hadley cricket card. So kind of fun. The second is a Martin Crowe in-person autograph card, also authenticated by PSA. And we're slowly or quickly running out of space here. Okay, let's move on to basketball. Not too many to show, but hopefully you enjoy these. Here's one. A nice Penny Hardaway card. When I think this was a preseason card, Rookie Gems. I don't think he even played a game of NBA basketball, but he was in the Timberwolves preseason team, and that's a pretty cool looking card. I like the shine on that. But one of our greats, Kirk Penny, great New Zealand breaker. Speaking of New Zealand great basketball players, here is an autograph card of Sean Marks, currently the GM of the Brooklyn Nets. This is on card order, and this was him playing back in college, and he had a pretty decent career as a pro. All right, everybody's favorite Kiwi basketball player right now, the great Steve Adams. Here's just a couple of rookie cards of his. So again, just a lot of base rookies. Here we go. Select. Got to have the prism. And there's a nice Steve Auto card here. The last Steve Adams card is probably the reason why I'm not really picking up any more Steve cards, because I feel like because I have this card, I don't need to collect any others. And you've seen me rave about this on the show already. It's the Steve Adams National Treasures, International Treasures card, number to 60. Love the Kiwi flag in the background, love the pose, love the youth, on card auto, rookie card. It's got everything that ticks my boxes and is right up there with one of my favorite cards in my collection. Finally, we're on to rugby cards, and kind of want to start off with everybody knows this card here, dynamic marketing card. These are two ungraded Lomus. Not in perfect condition, but probably going to be grading contenders, so I'll probably send those off to get graded down the line. Here's some other rugby cards before we get into the main Lomu collection that I have. Here's an authenticated Ruby Tui card, authenticated by PSA as well. Here we go. Some Lomu cards which I thought I might as well get graded, some Inada rugby cards. There's one that's an SGC7, an SGC8, and another SGC8. All very nice looking cards, and they definitely look good in that SGC tux. One more non-Lomu before the rest is just Lomu time. So here's a nice Bowden Barrett autographed card, CGC10. So obviously it used to be called CSG, but they've changed their name. But this is there's a sticker auto card, I'm pretty sure, of Bowden Barrett. Nice limited edition card here, number to 150. Nice little card to look at. Now, I have a pile of cards that I did send in to get authenticated at PSA, and they are all Jonah Lomu cards. Now, I've sold off a few, but these are the ones that I have left, and let me just show them to you and I'll tell you their pop report. So, first one I have to show you is a PSA 7 Lomu dynamic marketing card, and that in the PSA pop report is numbered to 27. So only 27 copies of a PSA 7 dynamic marketing Jonah Lomu card. Here's a PSA 8, and the PSA 8 pop report is 23. So there are 23 of these PSA 8s, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Obviously, went to PSA hoping to get the second PSA 10 card, but I did not get there, which tells you that these cards are very tough to grade, and I think they're tough to grade because of the edges, and those edges, because of the cutting machine that they use, they're always a little bit frayed, so they're very hard to get a 10. An 8.5 is a very good grade in this, and so basically this is a pop 1. Now obviously there are other cards graded higher. There are in fact 10 PSA 9s and 1 PSA 10. I do not have the 10, but I do have 1, 2 PSA 9s. Now, what am I going to do with all of these Jonah Lomu cards? Well, I'm going to keep one for myself. So I will be keeping this guy, PSA 9 Lomu. And all of these I'm hoping to sell in either the London card show in April Or if I can't sell them there, or if somebody shows interest in them in New Zealand, I'll bring them back home and sell them there. So that's the plan for those other Lomus. And obviously the sales mean that I can buy more cards. Okay, here are my big three. And we're going to start off with another dynamic marketing Jonah Lomu card. But this one, as you can see, is an on-card order of the man. So basically the prices that I've seen on Trade Me for these cards has jumped up considerably since I bought mine on Trade Me. Obviously bought it on Trade Me, used a consignment service in New Zealand to send it to PSA, and that was authenticated as authentic. An authentic Jonah Lomu signature. Obviously very rare and tough to find these days. Over here, buddy. Whoopsie. The two big cards, I think some of you who know me will know them, but it's always fun to show them off. The first one, which I'm planning to send in to get graded, mainly because I want it in a slab. So any thoughts or any recommendations on how I should get it graded and send it in to get graded, because it is in pretty good nick. It's not perfect nick. It's not going to get a 10, but it doesn't matter because it's this amazing Weet-Bix gold card. And if you know anything about these Weet-Bix Jonah Lomu gold cards, which you've probably heard from others, they are serial numbered to 500, but the actual population of these out in the wild is extremely low. So I paid a pretty penny for this card. In fact, I paid the most I paid for a card for this one, but I'm so glad I did. You know, when you make a big purchase of a card, sometimes you look at it and you're like, oh, I don't know if I should be doing that. But interestingly, for the two Lomu cards that I have, I never felt that way after I bought them. I've been offered more than I paid for, but I don't think this one is leaving my collection for many a day. So this guy here, we're running out of floor space. This guy here definitely gets stand. And the last card of my collection, probably the most expensive card in my collection, definitely right up there with the rarest in the sense of like authentic rare. I have one of ones, of course, but they're a little bit different these days, you know. Anyway, it's this guy. Gorgeous 1995 card crazy authentic Jonah Lomu ultra gold card. The first time I showed this one off was with the rugby card guy, our friend Justin, who's been on the channel a few times. In fact, Justin helped me open up one of the boxes of these dynamic marketing cards, but it's just a beauty and it looks way better in person. Sorry about the glare on it, but that's what happens when it's gold, right? It just shines. So this is definitely still the jewel in my crown of my rugby card collection. I got it graded with CGC. As you can see, it's a sample. It's not one of the ones numbered to 50. In any case, it's really rare. It looks stunning in person. Now, when I bought it off the guy, I didn't pay as much for this one as I did for the Weet-Bix gold card. But when I went and met the seller, he literally, he basically said, look, come and meet me after work. I don't want you to go during the day to my house, because I wanted to pick it up in person. I don't want you to go during the day to my house to pick it up. I want you to meet me because I want to talk to you about the card. So he actually used to work in Card Crazy in New Zealand back in the 90s. And basically when the company went belly up, they asked their employees what they would want to take with them. And he picked this, and he picked very well. And now I have it. Just look at that. Anyway, team, that's all from me for today. Let me know if you want to see any other cards. I'm more than happy to show off the cards in my collection. I've got way too many and I'm looking to downsize, but I'm not getting rid of these ones. All right, see ya.